A major critical infrastructure facility goes offline. Customer data is exfiltrated, and the core VMware ESXi servers, the machines keeping the entire operation running, are locked down and held for ransom. The incident response team scrambles to find the breach. They sweep the network, looking for the smoking gun, a foreign strain of malware, a hidden Trojan, or a downloaded virus that triggered the lock. But the autopsy comes back clean. The network scans turn up empty. There are no foreign files, no suspicious downloads, and no custom code running anywhere on the affected servers. The attackers didn't bring any weapons with them. Instead of trying to sneak a malicious program past the security perimeter, they simply used the administrative tools already built into the operating system. This strategy is known as living off the land, or LOTL. It relies on hijacking trusted native system files, known as living off the land binaries, LOBNs for short. State-sponsored groups like Allanite and Earthlesta, alongside criminal syndicates like Scattered Spider, have increasingly moved away from expensive custom-built malware in favor of these everyday utilities. Traditional perimeter security is designed to detect unknown foreign files. When an attack is waged using the system's own trusted applications, those defenses fail to trigger. To execute an LOTL attack, a threat actor first needs to get inside the network without triggering firewall alarms or sending suspicious email attachments. They do this by targeting the humans running the network. Groups like Scattered Spider often call an organization's IT help desk directly, impersonating an employee to request a password reset or a fresh authentication code. They also use tactics like SIM swapping to hijack phone numbers, or they trigger MFA fatigue, bombarding a target's phone with endless multi-factor authentication requests until the frustrated employee finally clicks approve. Once that approval goes through, the attacker logs right through the front door. They are using a legitimate employee's username and password, which raises no alarms. Modern network perimeters are rarely breached by complex code exploits. Attackers find it much easier to simply steal human trust. Now inside, the attacker operates with the access of a standard employee. To gain full control, they need to elevate their privileges to an administrator level, and they have to do it without downloading external hacking tools. They turn to built-in Windows features. They might abuse a command line utility like certutil to decode information, or leverage a process called FOTHelper to bypass user account controls. From there, they move laterally across the network using trusted tools like PSExec or Windows Management Instrumentation. These are the same tools the actual IT department uses every day to update software and manage the system. Standard endpoint detection and response software ignores this lateral movement. The software checks the digital signature of the native binary, sees that it's a verified IT tool, and assumes the action is authorized. Operating within that allowed process, the attacker can issue commands to the core system while remaining completely hidden within a trusted wrapper. By mimicking legitimate system processes, LotL grants an attacker untraceable persistence. They become indistinguishable from the organization's own IT administrators. If cybersecurity teams can no longer rely on hunting for bad files, they face a new problem. How do you identify an ongoing attack when the weapons look exactly like everyday operations? Federal agencies like CISA and the FBI have mandated a shift in how organizations defend their networks. The focus is moving away from signature-based security toward behavioral-based security. This chart visualizes the concept of a network baseline. It tracks normal network activity over a standard work week. We see predictable, repeating peaks during daytime hours when employees are online, and flat lines at night when they log off. An IT administrator running an update tool at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday blends into the normal noise. But if that exact same user account runs that tool at 3 a.m. to ping a domain controller, that behavior represents a clear outlier. Detecting these intrusions requires security teams to analyze the context of an action, scrutinizing the specific user and time of execution to find the signal in the noise. The rising frequency of LotL attacks demonstrates that the castle and moat model, which prioritizes defense at the network's edge, is no longer sufficient for complex environments. Organizations are moving towards zero-trust architecture and secure-by-design principles. This involves stripping away unnecessary native protocols and using network segmentation to limit the potential reach of a compromised account. Systems must now actively verify the intent and authorization of every digital interaction, regardless of whether it originates from inside or outside the network. When an organization's most trusted tools become its primary threat vector, Blind trust in any system action becomes a critical vulnerability. Security now depends on the continuous verification of intent, even for the most routine commands.